basic supermarket standard liquid soap is what I'll be teaching you from the very scratch. You pour in some amount of water into a bowl and you add SLS 30 gram. You don't need to start measuring the water. Even if you are a slow learner, as long as you can watch this video to the very end, you will understand everything. Some of you do not even understand the function of most of these ingredients. You just go to where they are selling ingredients. You tell them, give me 5 liters production, give me 10 liters production. SLS is a foaming property. It is one of the agents that will make your liquid soap foam properly. Now let's continue. And I beg, just ignore my wig. Nobody should talk about my wig in the comment section. No. So into another bowl, you pour in some amount of water again. You don't need to measure your water. Just pour in any amount that comes to your mind. And you add caustic soda, 40 gram of caustic soda into that water. Don't forget, your water should go in first before any of your recipe. Caustic soda is what will help your production maintain a stable pH level, and it is very, very hot, so I will advise you to be careful. Turn everything and put this one aside as well. Don't worry, I will help you list the name and measurement of everything together before the end of this video. So you set it aside again, and into another bowl you pour in some amount of water again. Like I said before, you do not need a particular measurement. Then you go in with your STPP, 140 gram of STPP. See, it will take you nothing to put this video in front of you whenever you want to do your production. Then you do it bit by bit, like you follow everything I'm doing in this video. If you follow everything I am doing in this video, you are going to get the exact result that I will be getting after this video. Another advice is that you see all those soakable ingredients, you wait for them to dissolve, as in you wait for them to turn into liquid. Into another small bowl, you add some amount of water again. After adding some amount of water, you now go with your soda ash, 500 gram of soda ash. Now there is something I want to tell you. You see that there are some liquid soap that if you use it, you will try to wash your plate, you will try to wash, the thing will not clean on time. It is because they did not use the proper amount of soda ash that they are supposed to use. You see this plastic that I'm using to mix this 500 gram of soda ash, it is too small and it is going to affect me. Immediately I realized that, I decided not to change the bowl so that I can show you how it is going to affect me. For this kind of measurement, for a 500 gram soda ash, I'm supposed to use a container that is bigger than this. Also, if you have ever made any liquid soap and it comes out watery, in this video I'm going to tell you how you can amend it, which is simply by using your cooking salt. I'm talking about that salt that you use in your kitchen. Yes, whenever your liquid soap comes out watery, just add small in some amount of water and add it to your liquid soap. It will come out thick. Next is 150 gram of Tezapon. You pour that in another container entirely. And about the salt solution that I told you, please, you have to be pouring it bit by bit. And while adding it, in case your soap change its color, just add small coloring and you will be fine. Some of you are yet to drop my thank you in the comment section. Why now? And into the 150 gram of Tezapon, you go in with your sulfonic, 300 to 500 gram of sulfonic. You can use any measurement between 300 to 500 gram. Like I said, that I am going to teach you as if I'm teaching a primary 2 student. You see this mixing sulfonic with your Tezapon, it is not mandatory. You can pour them one after the other inside your major production. Now, immediately after pouring both together, you have to turn it. On your screen is the list of every recipe that we know that we have soaked. Now, because I'm in a hurry to finish this video, I could not wait for all the ingredients to dissolve, so I will advise you to wait. And if you notice that I'm putting a bit of the water aside, now into our major production bowl that has the remaining water, you will now go in with your 72 to 120 gram of nitro soap. Nitro soap serves as a thickener in your liquid soap, hence the reason why I'm giving you the option between 70 to 120 gram, depending on how thick you want your liquid soap to come out. Now, there is one important warning about nitro soap. If the amount of water you add is too small, it may turn to eba, it may form lumps, which is why we advise you to use a large sum of water if you know that you are a first timer. My sulfonic mixed with Tezapon is what I poured in next, but because my sulfonic was not much, the thing thickened up, which is not bad. Any color of your choice is what you need to pour very small amount into a bowl. Then remember the remaining water that I set aside. Use part of it to dilute the coloring. You can even put this coloring at the end of your video or any part of your video. It will do no harm. Now remember all those ingredients that we soaked from the beginning. This is the part where you can start pouring it. There is literally no need for you to say, let me pour one before one. Pour it anyhow that you see fit. But now listen, if you notice that mine are not properly dissolved, please wait for it to be properly dissolved so that you don't have lumps in your liquid soap. Now, to the purpose of this my teaching, I am trying to encourage you guys to go into one business or the other, especially liquid soap business. The sky is big enough for everybody. You can start liquid soap with as low as 20,000 naira, 15,000 naira. As long as you are not in competition with anybody or you are not seeing yourself myself as a competitor to anybody. Look at that very well. You will see that my recipe has not even dissolved. Hence the reason why I am advising you to wait till everything get dissolved to avoid lumpy liquid soap. One day I will intentionally make a video of a liquid soap where I will not even dissolve any of the recipe, so that you can know the result you will get if you do not dissolve those things. Remember, the little water that is left, we will be mixing our methyl paraben inside. 1 teaspoon of methyl paraben. Methyl paraben is a preservative that will make our liquid soap not spoil easily. In case you do not remember to put aside this little amount of water, you can just pour the methyl paraben into your production directly. The issue with some people is that they cannot calm down to learn something. Now, because we need something that will help us with any area contaminated with oil, that is why we are going to introduce our foam booster. 300 to 350 ml of foam booster. Now, why am I telling you the function of each of these things? Is because so that you'll be able to know how to adjust or how to improve. I bet most of you just go to where they sell this thing and you just collect recipe. Now, I say something like 300 to 350 ml. You yourself do not know the accurate one to use. It is because you know how you want it to be. If you use 300 ml, it is fine. If you use 350 ml, it is fine because you know the function of it already. The next thing we'll be adding is our glycerin, or is it glycerin? If you notice that whenever you use soap at time, liquid soap, your hand will be peeling. Hence the need for glycerin. 100 ml of glycerin. Like I said from the very start, I said this is a supermarket standard liquid soap. It will come out very thick and perfect. Now, if you consider going into liquid soap production, probably for souvenirs or any other thing, these are my advice for you. Try to stand out. Do not be in competition with anybody, and don't see anybody as your competitor. Make sure that your own recipe come out perfectly, and what you just saw that I poured into it is your fragrance. You can use between 15 to 30 ml of any fragrance of your choice. Fragrance is also called perfume. Now, you leave uncovered for 24 to 48 hours, and this is what, look at how thick it is. If you notice very well that there are some few lumps inside, I decide not to cut out that part because I want you to see the result of the recipe that I did not allow to dissolve. Now, to make more profits, if this is too thick for you, just be adding water small till you get the consistency that you want. Alright guys, I already made a video of how to do towels wash and how to do toilet wash. Which one should I post next? And where is my thank you in the comment section?